Most savvy businesses have or are in the process of moving the majority of their customer side information over to the web, which is great and necessary because that's where people are looking. The downside is that people's trust and confidence in web content has been sorely damaged, and to be frank, it is at an all-time low. And that's because good information is being diluted by utter crap. And depending on the market, there can be far more of the crappy stuff than there is of the good stuff. Though far more powerful than almost any other method, web-based marketing is not perfect. In fact, there are a number of significant problems with it. One major one is that as competitors see something that's working, they're going to try and do the same, and copying can be relatively easy. This copycat mentality means that eventually we get to the point where it all becomes very difficult to stand out from the noise, as it were. In fact, being totally honest, it becomes almost impossible to stand out by doing what everybody else is doing. So if that's the case, what can you do? Well, much of what I advised last year is still your best bet. And if you haven't done so, then you need to put those things into place as part of your marketing strategy. Briefly, these are: become the recognized problem solver for your target market, be the one who has the information your customers and potential customers need, become famous in your chosen niche, build your brand, and build your platform. Now, I'm not going to go through these again, just get the book. It's called Predictions for the Pet Business 2014. But as I said, it's becoming harder to stand out. So what's the answer? Well, it might sound obvious, but you need to get and then keep your customers' attention, because we have moved on from being simply customer focused. Now we need to do both that and have focused customers who always have us in sight and in mind. Now, that's not as tall an order as you might think. Not if you take last year's advice, as I said earlier, and take it up a notch from becoming famous in your niche to be the niche personality. The fact of the matter is that people like to do business with people they know or think they know, and they are drawn to people who are or seem to be popular or famous. This is why being the niche personality works so well, as it attracts them on two levels with very strong social and emotional signals. Being the personality in your niche not only gets people attracted to your business, it gives them the confidence to buy from your business as compared with someone else who doesn't have that same pull. It also gets people coming back a second and a third time and more, until doing business with you simply becomes a rewarding habit. By starting this conversation, as it were, these same new people will spread your message out to others who will then go through the same process, and they too will become loyal customers. And that process will continue if you get it started in the first place. So here's another prediction. New successful marketing messages will have storytelling at their core. That's because the next move in marketing will be towards storytelling. And I know that sounds old school, and it is, but it's in a modern guise, and it still works. If you add a compelling story to your marketing message, then that message will touch people on a third level, making your marketing more powerful than anybody else's. When given a choice between a sales pitch or a story, customers will always choose stories every time. That means that by telling a good story, not only will you strengthen the bond between you and your customers, you'll also strengthen your brand, and that is what you must do in 2015. Apps and social media are now a must for any and every successful business. But then what type of app should you have made for your business? The thing is that too many business owners take bad advice and build dumb apps that give nothing of value. You need to build apps that solve your customers' problems. It's as simple as that. But you can go one step further. one app-based teaching and reaching platform that will allow you to give out information generously, though cheaply, allow you to solve customer problems, build up a catalogue of FAQ answers, and build your niche star personality is podcasting. An example here is a grain-free food product manufacturer who has used podcasts and an irrepressible, opinionated, on-screen personality to build their customer base from nothing to over 40k in less than a year. And that's a Californian company called Julian Bakery. All they do is simply record a half-hour podcast each week, talking with other interesting people in and around their niche, and through that they've built up a huge following very quickly. They use an app, but they did not have to pay a cent to do so, as it's available free on iOS, Android, Kindle and more. Now if you want details on podcasting, have a look at the notes below this video, and that'll give you links to where you can find out how to do it for yourself or have it done professionally. One interesting note on podcasting is that the ROI of online advertising and communication is now outdoing both radio and TV, to the point where in some sectors online podcasting methods have replaced TV and radio ads.